Hello. How are you all doing today? So y'all already know what time of the month it is. So it is time for my monthly reflections. And so this time I'm gonna do a twist. So it's gonna be my monthly reflection for the month of December plus my yearly reflection. So, I did something new this year. Instead of waiting to do it quarterly and yearly, I just went ahead and decided to do it monthly because you all, entrepreneurship can teach you a lot of stuff that school, and that include, I'm talking about high school, because these high schools have these different technical programs, and they have a lot of things for the people, and I like that. Not a lot of things for people, but they have these technical programs in the high schools now, and just to help produce out more workers and things like that, which is pretty good. It's pretty good, and they're now introducing the students into entrepreneurship, which I think is really, really great. But they like to always talk about the good stuff. They don't like to talk about the uh, not so good stuff. And the not so good stuff does tend to stand out more than the good stuff. And it can weigh you down. Don't let nobody tell you that it doesn't. It can actually weigh you down. That's why I started doing the monthly reflections. So not for just you all, but mainly for me, for they can let me know what did I do over the 30 days, that I can actually be proud of, you know. So let's go ahead and get started with December. So let me go ahead and thank all of my supporters. So whether you subscribe to the channel, you popped in on one of my lives, you left a comment, you hit the like button, you shared the information that I put in each of my videos. Thank you all so very much. Continue doing that on into 2026 and beyond. It really does mean uh, much to me. And so this month I visited two communities and met more community sales managers. I went to Grapevine Mills Mall. And so you all, if you're local in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, I highly recommend that you get down before you come see me. Get down there to Grapevine before they take down all the Christmas decorations. It is gorgeous down there. So gorgeous. You need to check out some of my shorts, my YouTube shorts, and I'll show you a little bit of that, y'all. It's just so gorgeous. It's always pretty up there around the holidays, and so went up to the Grapevine Mills Mall. I haven't been up there for, I probably want to say about 15 to maybe 20 years. It's been a long time since I've been up there because most of the stores that they have up there are pretty much some of the stores that are down close to my house. And but it was still good to get out, be with my social group and things like that. But that Rainforest Cafe, I think they need a little help. So the goal was to go shopping and get something to eat. Well, it was a large party there, which okay. Well, understand it's the weekend. It's December. It's the weekend. Okay, large party coming there. Well, okay. What would have been nice was you would have told us, ma'am, it's gonna be a delay. Now we had a large, well, no, we didn't have a large party. We had about 4 people, including myself. But this one was a large party. I think it was 2 large parties that was there. And when I tell you, we waited for over an hour for them to even bring the food out. Now they came out and they took the order. I asked for a side salad. I got that. Took a minute for that to get out, but okay, no problem. But when I finished my salad, we sitting around talking again. The ambiance is pretty, and we like the show that the restaurant had put on. But they have a thunder and lightning, so they give you the whole rainforest experience. But I'm like, okay, now we've seen this experience about 3 to 5 times now. Where is the food? So we get the man, not the manager, later. We get the waiter, and we're like, well, what's going on? And she, kept stringing us along, like, okay, it's coming out, it's coming out. I'm like, okay, oh, okay. And then, one of the ladies at the table, she was like, well, we're going to get the manager. I'm like, okay, let's get the manager involved. And then that's when we found out that it was a large party, which we knew it was a large party, but you should have told us that up front. Matter of fact, just like the lady in the front, because see, we already had to wait. And see, I'm not down for waiting, you all. When it comes to food, I don't care how good your food is, I'm not going to wait. I'll come back on one of your slow days. And so, I'd already went against, okay, we had to wait 30 minutes just to get inside of the place. Okay, our 30 minutes was up. Okay, then it turned around and took over an hour. So they was like, well, do you want to wait? Do you want to go? No, I done been here for over an hour. I'm ready to go. No, I can go up to the food court. But I heard the lady tell another family that was wanting to come in that the waiting time was going to be an hour. Now, why you didn't say that about the food part? And sure, you're going to lose business. People going to turn around and go to the food court. Of course, because that's where I really wanted, not where I really wanted to go. I mean, I wanted to eat in there, but like I said, the last time I was up there, all we did was just walk past the thing. We would eat at McDonald's and come on back home and take a nap, and that was it. But yeah, I'm like, I really wish you would have said that the wait time was going to be, over an hour to get the food. And so yeah, we walked that. That's just not, that was not my thing. And so while I was up there, I also checked out the decoration at the Van. Let me get it right. The Van Autograph Hotel Collection. You all, if you ever have an opportunity to check out the Van Autograph Hotel Collections with an S, please go in there and check them out. I have never been disappointed. I went to the one in Grapevine, so once I left there, I said, well, okay, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna check out the decoration there. It was really nice inside and out. So they had like little Eskimo things out there. Of course, they had them zipped up where I couldn't lift it up to show you all the inside, but they did have like one of them open. So I did go in there and tour that. And so my time really wasn't wasted or nothing like that, but I did go up there and see that. I did my first interview, you all. So one of the ladies from my social group has a friend that has a podcast, and he's looking for Black entrepreneurs to interview on his show. And so I did that up earlier this month. So that was really, really nice. And I thank her so very much for as possible. So I attended our broker's annual Christmas party. It was really nice. It was held in the Toyota Music Factory area in Irving. So that was really nice. I've never been out there before. I mean, I've been out to Irving, but I haven't been out to the Toyota Music Factory. So it was really, really nice. Lots of traffic out there. Wow. Kind of reminds me of West 7, but more traffic and more eateries and things out there. But it was really, really nice. And so that expense was on him. So, so I love when he comes to town because the expense is on him. So that's what I really, really, really love. He picks out the best places, and this expense is on him. So I attended my social group holiday party, so it was really nice. So the theme was sneakers, and I know the trend is to put sneakers with dresses. I have to get with it, but I understand. I really do. I understand why they're doing that because the heels and all that things like that. But I survived. I really did. I survived. So I wore a brown dress with some red low top shoes, and so I made it work. I really did. I made it work. That's not what I wanted to wear, but I made it work. And so this month I did two open houses, which I'm doing currently now this weekend. So I'm getting back out there hosting open houses for the builders. And so you all come on out. So if you're watching this, so let me tell you what happened. So I was supposed to do an open house at 5675 Taylor Trail in Arlington, Texas, 76017. But it sold last night, which is good. It is good, but I had to switch over, had to pivot real fast, and they gave me another home to do my open house in. So right now I'm at 5679 Taylor Trail. So this one is a 4 bedroom, 2.5 bath, 3 car garage, 2,800 square feet, 1 story. So they bring it back to 1 stories, you all. So don't frown on the 1 stories because they're bringing them back and making them more stylish than ever. So this one has a media room, it has an office, and it has an activity room. So it's an activity room in between the 3 secondary bedrooms up towards the front. And I like how the patio door, it opens all the way to the end. So it's like they got 3 little slots, push it all the way back. So nice size um, backyard, patio. So all of the things, you all. And I celebrated Christmas with my family, and I spent time yesterday and today with my TT. So it was always a joyous time for her to be around us. And the yearly reflections. So I released my book, Home Sweet New Home. So it'll be 1 year old next month. Next year, it will be 1 year old. I showed up in my business more this year. I visited several, and I do mean several. So if you're a loyal fan, you have seen me visit a lot of new communities this year. I have met a lot more community sales managers this year as well, because that's my goal. I want to build the relationships with them. I want to be able to sit down and have conversations with them and get, some details. Now, will everybody answer be the same? No, because each builder does things different. But I like to sit down and talk with them and ask them questions and then come back and craft it into a podcast episode. So if you're ever wondering where am I getting some of my topics from, it's coming from them. This is some of the things they want you all to know, because like I tell you all the time, they don't have room. I don't want to say time. They don't have room to educate you all when it comes down to um, educating you all on buying a new construction home. And this $10 book can save you thousands, because say if you put down that earnest money deposit, you can't get that money back. You're gonna have to go through with the whole thing. You all $10, just $10 for this book. $10. And because they're on production. So when you say, as soon as you, a buyer, we'll say this, soon as a family walks through that door, you already know you got to jump up and try to get them to buy. You got to, especially if you haven't made your numbers, you're gonna have to get them in that door and buy. Um, I took outdoor yoga classes this year, and that's my absolute favorite. So you ever wanted to know what's my absolute favorite is to do a yoga class outside. So I have been doing those lately. So next year I'm gonna stay on top of the outdoor yoga classes more, because they have them in different cities like Arlington. They have theirs once a month, but it's just like it's doing different seasons, and so I gotta get it packed down which seasons and which dates. Now Fort Worth, they have theirs every Saturday, and see with them you got to get there early, and it's not the fact that you won't have a spot because you're out there in the grass. It's the parking, because not only do they have a class out there, so they have a press cafe out there. They have the farmers market going on out there. So they have a whole host of things. And then so if people are not doing those things, they're accessing the trail because the Trinity Trail is right behind us. So I mean, we can see the Trinity River as we're doing yoga, and so that's the access point for people to get on the trails and just explore Trinity Park. And so that's the only thing about that, you have to get there really early to get a nice parking spot. I ain't gonna say a good one, I'm gonna say you're gonna get a nice parking spot. But the one that they have in Arlington, you have to sign up for, because it's like it's in a secret place, and if you're not paying attention, you're gonna pass it up. But that's why you have to sign up for it, because it's kind of like a secret location, and we'll leave it at that. But it's really nice out there. It's really, really nice. So if you ever been thinking about doing yoga outside, and there's just your opportunity, because it's free. It is free. I cooked more at home, so going out to eat was another favorite. That was like, oh, I want to say that was like number one. If you said we were about to get ready to go out to eat, I'm for you. Especially if I don't have to wait 30 minutes, I'm not down with waiting to eat no food, because you're not going to take $30 off of my meal. You're going to want the full price for your meal, and then on top of that, you're going to hint at wanting a tip. So no, I'll come back on your on your slower days. That's no shade. That's just me. But yeah, so I cooked more at home this year, and plan on doing the same going into 2026. And I attended my first solid retreat. So I always wanted to do those, y'all. I always wanted to attend one, and to have one close by was really, really neat. It was weird. It was like you're in these little teepee things, you're outside, which is fine with me, but it's like, oh my goodness, be quiet for that length of time. But I mean, I made it. I really did. I made it. It was very, very nice. I wouldn't mind doing it again. And then at the retreat, the young lady who I met at a writing class that I've taken this year. So that's how she invited me, and I led a yoga class there as well. And matter of fact, the house is not too far away from where I am hosting my open house, and I've been working on my books. So when I say working on my books, I just been self editing them. And then what I noticed earlier this week, I was like, Lord, I had mercy. I thought I had typed up, because I have 12 books in my collection, and I thought I had actually had most of my books typed up, well, pretty much all of them. But looking through my files, I have not. So that means I got to go find where my notes is at, so I can put them in the system. So I attended my first book fair. So, since this is my book, let me go ahead and attend a book fair. Because when you're an entrepreneur, there people are not going to tell you when it comes down to these events. You have to be very strategic. If I'm saying the word right, you have to be very strategic when you're doing events. You have to make sure it aligns with the product that you have. And that's one thing that the publisher told me. If it's not a book fair, the library or book festivals or whatever they want to call it, if it's not book related, don't even waste your time because you're just going to be sitting there. That's not your place to go. And I listened. I did listen. But one young lady was, she wanted me to come to her venue and not to her venue, come to her event and say I'm on book because it was going to be ready. But that plan fell apart, and I guess it fell apart for a reason because the builder, come on builder, that my publishing said no, do it like this. I've done it like that, and you're just be wasting your time. And it's so true. So I attended my first book festival, and yes, I got into my feelings because I didn't sell. I signed the books. So the book is, did I sign this one? I think I signed. Yeah. So I stayed up. I want to say I stayed up one night before the book fair, and I, putting in a handwritten thank you note, and signed it and everything like that. And no one bought a book. Now they came by the table and they talked about their real estate story or housing story, and I'm just thinking to myself, God, the book is so needed. Why don't people come get the book? You just do not know how many horror stories I've heard. And even if I heard of, three, that's three too many. You all just come and just get the book. $10 can save you. Yeah, so a young lady that came to my table and she said that they bought a fix and flip. And so when she used fix and flip, so somebody bought the property, they fixed it up and they sold it to them, and now they're having all sorts of problems. And I'm like, well, did you get a warranty? Do y'all have did y'all get an inspection? She didn't have a clue what I was talking about. She did not have, I'm like, oh my goodness. And then, because it sounded like she was a first time home buyer, and I'm like, who recommended you all to buy a fix and flip? You could have bought one of those homes that they bash all the time. You could have bought you one of those. I'm like, golly, why didn't you? Oh my goodness, you all. I'm telling you all. And I know we live in a world where people don't want to read information, y'all. The information be out there. Golly. I really did. I felt so sorry for him. I'm like, man, your first home was a fix and flip. You was the prime customer. No, you was the prime buyer to go get you a new home. I don't know why you didn't go and get a new home. But yeah, so I wrote a book. I forgot. I wrote a book in 30 days, y'all. 30 days. So I got real intentional, carved out. I think January had 31 days, 30 days, or however many days January got in there. Sat down and wrote a whole book. And I didn't even know that I could do that. And when I say writing is my passion, especially if the topic interests me, the topic got to interest me. You can't give me a list of topics and say here, select 5 and write from it. No, it has to, the topics have to come from me. They have to interest me. Basically, they just got to come from me. So, I'm just creative like that. It has to come from me in order to get it together. So I was really surprised about that piece too. I was like, wow, a whole book done and worked on losing weight. So I was 30 pounds. I don't know if you can tell, but I can. 30 pounds. I worked so hard on losing that. So I have a book coming that's going to talk about that as well, because I know a lot of people talk about how oh Lord have mercy. Y'all don't even get me started what people do, because it's that time of the year. Because everybody's New Year's resolution is to what? Lose weight. And so now they have enhancers to help them. Lord, that's a whole another thing, you all. So yeah, overall, you all, I have had a fantastic 2025. I am waiting on 2026. I just cannot wait to see what it has in store for me. And you all go ahead and put down some of your yearly reflections from this year. Not yearly reflections, but your reflections of this year. I would like to see what you all have. Let me see if there are any. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Thank you. All right. Looking forward to see you all next time.